Okay, so I thought, oh my god, this is it. So I'm taking video as a videographer. I took video of it, took samples, had other people take samples, but the people that took the samples, one of the conglomerates, uh, Heidel Knowles, I believe it was David Wexler. I gave him enough money to take the mold samples, to go in the place, take the mold samples, and to take air samples, but he kept the money and didn't take the air samples. It turns out that they have done work for them before, and this is not this was not the first time that they've done work uh, in that building, but it was usually for the opposition. So can you imagine that? I ended up paying somebody to basically botch things up and screw me. Well, it only gets better because the doctors, many of the doctors, these mold doctors, are just out to screw you. Because many of the techniques they're telling you, any knucklehead could tell you that's gone through this, what to do. And there comes a point in time when basically you're just fucked, like I am. And why go broke paying some doctor if you're fucked? But a lot of people don't want to take no for an answer, and they go nuts like what happened to me. I just basically went nuts, hoping for a doctor to prove my mold case, to get me back to where I could live in a house and go back to school and all this stuff. But they don't really have all the answers. They just say detox, you know, try and get immune response back to normal by avoidance and this and that and the other thing, and maybe some immunotherapy. But you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, possibly at least 30,000 or more in most cases, to try to have a chance. And it's very disheartening, and a lot of people are going through this and they don't even know they're going through it. So I got deathly ill taking the samples, exposing that area to take the samples. I had a disc, a CD disc with a video, and I had a bag full of mold samples, and I like deliriously stumbled over to CVPH hospital. I literally was so sick I passed out in the entranceway on the floor. I woke up to a cop jabbing his fingers in my eyes like this, and a woman taking her knuckles, which all had rings on them, and grating my chest and pounding and grating, and I had marks all over. I then again came to up in the I guess the emergency room floor, and told them about my issues. I showed them the mold samples in a bag, and I handed them the videos. And once they found out Property Management of Plattsburgh was where I was living, the mold samples in the CD kind of went in the back room, and a couple people disappear, a couple more people come in, and basically one of them they tried to set me up with was this blonde, like James Bond looking supermodel, all decked out in her Wonder Woman outfit, trying to get me to say that, well, you know, this whole mold thing is I'm nuts, you know, because they're saying I'm nuts because they say mold's an allergy and mold doesn't do this. What are you, crazy? And they're trying to get me to, you know, Errol, I'm delusional. My teeth are falling out on their own, and I don't brush my teeth, and that's why they fall out. And you know, I passed out because, well, whatever. Anyways, I pulled the IVs out and left because they were trying to say I was nuts. Well, I got your nuts, Dr. Gill, and they're right between my legs, and you can suck on them, bitch. because I got all the proof. I took bioptic samples later on. I took samples of the mold in the shower and proved how bad it was, and proved how ignorant and downright stupid some of these doctors are. They want to sit there and mock people out and call them crazy and treat them like a piece of shit because they're dying from something that they can't wrap their fucking little pea brains around. And that's the problem. I can wrap my fucking pea brain around it. I didn't go to medical school. And I got brain damage and everything, a goddamn fucking thing going on up here. Excuse the language. But I figured it out. Well, we're running out of power with this PC, which is fine. I'm going to continue this later. I just want to thank everybody for listening. And, you know, excuse the language, but go from where I was to where I am and everywhere in between, like everybody else that's got this has, and realize the truth, and maybe you'll see me in a different light, not just some crackpot in a tent that went batty and ended up making a bad situation worse.